everyone, this is Archive 12, and today we have a new Warhammer 40K. Well, actually, this one isn't new. This was released 10 days ago. I'm just now getting to it, though, because in the last 10 days, things have been very busy between having a very long work week and then immediately going on vacation with only one day off between when I last had my day off and vacation, and a 7-day stretch between that. Kind of sucked. But here I am now, today, doing playing catch up basically with Warhammer 40K songs from Jonathan Young. So between today and probably tomorrow, we're going to be getting all of the songs that I've missed from Colm and from Jonathan out of the way, and I'm very excited for that because these are topics that I was wondering about. The thing that I had asked for the most, I think, in the previous Jonathan Young 40K video that I reacted to was I wanted to know what he was going to do if he ever did a Slaneesh song. And here we are. Today, we're finally getting to his Slaneesh song, I Want to Feel. I imagine it's probably not going to be as awful as I am expecting, but in my mind, I'm like, this is going to be NSFW, isn't it? This is going to be like horribly not safe for work. But I suppose the only way to find out is to listen to it. Link will be in the description below if you want to watch this without my commentary, because I will be pausing. I will be talking about it. Also down below is a link to our Patreon where I react to longer form videos like various anime and TV shows. Speaking of which, Gundam Requiem for Vengeance, I believe episode 3, maybe episode 4, I forget which one I recorded, will be out on my Patreon for the $3 and up tiers later on this week, most likely before the end of the week. So if you would like to get your name in the end credits of my videos, as well as to show me a little bit of support, then yeah, go check that out. I do reaction videos very similar to what I do with like Amazing Digital Circus or other things that I can post here on YouTube. These are just things that I can't because YouTube doesn't like that. Not without heavy editing. And to be perfectly honest, I don't have time for editing. So I just kind of put it out in the raw. That sounded wrong. But then again, this is Slaneesh we're talking about. So I guess, you know, it's par for the course. It's on brand. But yeah, if you want to give me a little extra support, then you can go find me down there. And yeah, without further ado, let's get to the music before I make a bigger fool of myself. Hold on. I'm just trying to like make sure that I understood that line correctly, because it sounded like he skipped a word. Okay. So, and I pointed this out in a couple of Jonathan Young songs, but this line could be fixed. Like, I feel like it feels, is it just me, or does it feel awkward to just have it say, generation felt before? Like, that feels like an incomplete sentence. Like, I feel like if it had been a generation or generations felt before, it would be better. And especially if you're worried about like how many syllables are happening to me in the line, generations would have been the smarter like way to go about trying to like shore that line up. Something about skipping either putting a generation or generations and just going straight to generation. It feels incomplete because it doesn't feel like a full sentence. It doesn't feel like a proper English. I don't know why, but there have been a couple of Jonathan Young songs that have come out recently where he's done something like that. And I'm like, I'm just questioning the decision. I don't understand. I don't understand the decision for that. I'm not trying to be, grammar Yahtzee, but at the same time, I'm also like, in my brain, that doesn't tickle the right part of my brain. I don't know. Okay, I'm guessing that was the end of the chorus. The thing that I do like about this song, and I've said this about all of the antagonistic factions, the non-human factions for Warhammer, the way that Jonathan writes those songs is immaculate. It is beautiful. It is exactly the kind of thing that I feel like perfectly represents those factions. I felt that way about every single one of the Gods of Chaos that he has done. The Nurgle song is a freaking that song right there. It's a what is it? Earworm. It gets stuck in your head. And this reminds me of the Nurgle song quite a bit. It's sung with such passion. It's sung with such like deliberate intent. There's so many there's so many things about this song that feel so good. That part tickles the nice side of my brain. That's like saying this is exactly what you want to hear, which is the frustrating part when you start skipping a single word like the letter A, or not making something plural like generations. Like when you start doing that, it doesn't quite ruin the song, but it ruins that moment in the song. It's like it takes me out of it. That's the frustrating part. That's the thing that it bothers me when that happens, because I'm like, there's a perfectly acceptable way to get around that. Like, you don't have to break the sentence in order to sing the song. There are ways to get around that so that way you're saying exactly what you want to say without ruining everything, especially when it comes to this being a Warhammer 40K song. I noticed that a lot of the imagery seems to probably be from default Warhammer. I don't know if that's true or not, but a lot of the things that I'm seeing on the screen may be from just like a regular Warhammer game. But I know that this is supposed to be about 40K. So like, in that context, if this is about Warhammer 40K, the word generations works perfectly, because that's supposed to be spanning the entirety of the 40,000 years of Warhammer history. And I know that Warhammer and Warhammer 40K are technically in different universes, but you know what I mean. Like, if there's 40,001 years in the Warhammer 40K universe, then saying generations is a perfectly acceptable compromise. I just don't understand. I don't fully grasp the reasoning behind not saying that, or not saying a generation. I don't know. For me, that's a sticking point. But the rest of the song, immaculate. His vocal performance is perfect. The way the song is composed feels so, it flows so well, and it feels so like interesting. It feels so nice. It's seductive, I think, is the best term for it, which again matches what I know about Slaneesh. I don't know much about Slaneesh, but I know that Slaneesh is essentially the god of lust and temptation, among other things. And so the way this song is composed, you get that vibe. Like, you get the lust and temptation of Slaneesh and her followers. Is it her? I think it's her. I think Slaneesh is supposed to be represented as a female, but I'm sure someone will correct me. Anyway, I just like how the song feels. Like the song feels so good to listen to. It feels natural. It feels like a vibe check for the character. I can't really put it in any other way than that. It matches, just like the Nurgle song, just like the Khorne song, like pretty much all of the antagonistic factions. The way that Jonathan has written them and has composed them make them feel like the anthems for those factions. Do I sometimes wish he delved a little bit harder into the Warhammer 40K lore? Abso-freaking-lutely. I feel that there are missed opportunities there where you could easily expand on what you're doing and make it more interesting, because you could delve into the more details of the factions or the characters. But in lieu of that, we're getting beautiful songs regardless. And I feel that that's the most important part. I just kind of wish I had a little more context, because as someone who's still relatively new to Warhammer, it would help understand the context of what you're saying a little bit more if we got a little more lore in the songs. I think that's my favorite line. This whole thing here where it starts with "Do I hate it?" That whole conversation is such an interesting way of saying that. Like, do I hate the fact that I am feeling this? It's hard to find another source of pleasure when you're not content with fine. Like, once you understand what pleasure truly is, fine doesn't cut it anymore. Like, it becomes an addiction. That is such a powerful way of saying that. I love that section. Also, who's the demon that's sitting on the throne there? Like, is that Slaneesh? Is Slaneesh a shapeshifter? Can they do whatever they want? Can they change into anything? I'm kind of curious now, because I only know about Slaneesh because of like the memes and about, you know, the lust and temptation aspect of her. But I don't know if Slaneesh is a he, a she, a they, a shapeshifter. I don't know anything about like the character itself. So like, if someone could inform me on that and tell me if that demon is like actually, you know, important or just some random person, that would be very helpful. Listen to that sexy guitar. That's a way to end the song. outside of that one little sticking point with like generation, I feel like that was a perfect, an absolutely perfect representation of how this entire character aspect of Slaneesh should be represented. That was beautiful. That was sinfully beautiful. Probably overall, I'd say probably one of my favorite of the Warhammer songs that Jonathan has created. All of the antagonist songs have been fantastic so far. I don't know if he's how far he's planning to push this this Warhammer 40K album. I'm hoping just a little bit further. I kind of want a little more context. I would love to have a song based specifically on Titus. Like, I would love to get a song specifically based on Titus himself. Also, a song about the God Emperor. I would like to know a little bit more about, like, the Machine God. I think the Machine God and the God Emperor are the same person. I don't know. But, like, regardless, I want to know about the Emperor of Humanity. I want to know about, like, the lore behind that. So I would, that is definitely a song that I am most looking forward to. But anyway, that's going to be it for me. Thank you for joining me. I am Mark Alpha 12, and I will see you in the next video.